Welcome to my lesson video for the 1.5 activity. First up, we did a warm-up question that involved finding the prime factorization of 60. Well, first we thought of what two numbers we multiply together to get 60, and we thought of 30 and 2. Well, 2 is a prime number, so that one's done, but 30 is not. What two numbers do I multiply together to get 30? Well, how about 6 times 5? Well, 5 is a prime number, so that one is done, but 6 is not. What two numbers do I multiply together to get 6? Well, of course, 2 and 3. So now that gives me prime numbers on all of my branches. So then my prime factorization for 60 should be 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. So today we are finding the greatest common factor. So a few vocabulary words. Common factors are factors that are shared by 2 or more numbers. So the factors of 12 would be 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Those are the factor pairs that we talked about earlier this week. The factor pairs of 16 would be 1 and 16, 2 and 4, and then of course 4 times 4. Well, which ones do they have in common? Well, you can see they have a 1 in common, they have a 2 in common, and they have a 4 in common. So those would be their common factors. Well, what is the greatest one that they have in common? Well, that of course would be 4 because that's the greatest number that they have in common with both of them. Now, keeping in mind the divisibility rules that we've talked about earlier this week, I am going to show you 3 different methods that we can use to find the greatest common factor. The final method that I'm going to show you, the ladder method, is probably going to be the one that you like the best, but these other methods do work well for finding the greatest common factor. First up, the listing method. Well, what you have to do for this method is you have to list all the factors of your numbers. So if I list the factors of 24, of course it would be 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. And then all the factors of 36 would be 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, and of course 6 times 6. Well, then I look to see what they have in common. They have a 1 in common, a 2 in common, a 3 in common, a 4 in common, a 6 in common, and a 12 in common. The greatest one that they have in common is this 12, so that is the greatest common factor. So listing method again. First I have to list the factors of 28 and 49. So I'll start with 28. The factors would be 1 and 28, 2 and 14, and 4 and 7. Then the factors of 49 would be 1 and 7, or excuse me, 1 and 49, and then 7 times 7. So the common factors that they both have would be 1 and 7. Well, the greatest one that they have in common is 7, so that means that that would be my GCF, 7. All right, the second method I'm going to show you involves using a factor tree and then a Venn diagram to find the GCF. So I made a factor tree of both 24 and 36 like we've been working on in class. Well, then I fill in numbers from my factor tree into this Venn diagram. So I see that they both have a 2 in common, so I put that in the middle section. I see that they both have another 2 in common, so I put that in the middle section. And I see that they both have a 3 in common, so I put that in the middle section. 24 still has this 2 left over. 36 still has this 3 left over, so I put that over there. Then I go to the middle section, and these numbers that are in common with both of them, I multiply those numbers together. And that then gives me my greatest common factor, which is 12. Okay, this method one more time. So a factor tree for 35 would be 7 and 5. Factor tree for 50 would be 2 times 25, and then 25 breaks down into 5 and 5. So then I want to fill in those numbers in my Venn diagram. Well, I see they both have a 5 in common, so I put that 5 in the middle. 35 still has a 7, so I put that over there. And 50 still has a 2 and a 5, so I put those numbers over there. Well, this numbers here in the middle, those are my greatest common factors. So for this one, the greatest common factor is 5. All right, next up, we watched a video on this ladder method. And then let's try using this ladder method. So if I want to find the greatest common factor of 24 and 36, I think to myself, well, what number can I divide out of both 24 and 36? And I see that they're both even numbers, so I started with 2. Well, 2 divided by 24 left me with 12, and 36 divided by 2 left me with 18. Well, what number can I divide out of both 12 and 18? Well, they're both even, so I know I can divide another 2 out of them. So 12 divided by 2 leaves me with 6, and 18 divided by 2 leaves me with 9. Well, is there a number I can divide out of both 6 and 9? Yep, 3. So 6 divided by 3 leaves me with 2, and 9 divided by 3 leaves me with 3. Now those two are both prime numbers, so there's nothing I can divide out of them. So what I have over here, those numbers, I multiply together to get my greatest common factor. So 2 times 2 times 3, of course, gives me 12, and the greatest common factor of those two numbers is 12. And now you should open up your homework assignment, and we're going to get started on your homework assignment together. So the first question says to use the Venn diagram, but I'm actually going to use the ladder method because I find that that was the one that students liked the most. So I start by writing 12 and 30, and I try to think, is there a number I can divide out of both 12 and 30? And there is, 2. So then 12 divided by 2 leaves me with 6. 30 divided by 2 leaves me with 15. Then I think, is there a number I can divide out of both 6 and 15? And there is, 3. So then I take 6 divided by 3, that leaves me with 2, and 15 divided by 3, that leaves me with 5. Now 2 and 5 are both prime, there's nothing I can divide out of either of those, so then I go here and I think, okay, 2 times 3, that means my GCF for this one would be 6, so I enter 6 into the box, check it, and I got it right. Second one, GCF of 32 and 54. So what number can I divide out of both 32 and 54? And 2 works. So 32 divided by 2 leaves me with 16, and 54 divided by 2 leaves me with 27. And I try to think to myself, is there a number I can divide out of both 16 and 27? And there isn't one. So that means my GCF here is just going to be 2. So I enter 2 in here, and that is the correct answer when I check it. Next one, I want you to find the GCF of 14 and 84. So I think to myself, what can I divide out of both 14 and 84? Well, they're both even, so I know I can divide by 2. Well, 14 divided by 2 leaves me with 7, and 84 divided by 2 leaves me with 42. Well, what number can I divide out of both 7 and 42? 7. So then 7 divided by 7 leaves me with 1, and 42 divided by 7 leaves me with 21. 1's a prime number, so there's nothing else I can divide out of it, so that leaves me with 2 times 7 for my GCF, and the answer would be 14. Please keep working on the homework assignment and ask questions if you have any questions.